Good morning, everyone. Brad and I just landed here in Yifki, Papua New Guinea. Really cloudy out here this morning, as you can see. There's our approach right there. We're dropping off some supplies for the school here. I've done videos on it before, but they have cleared the land to make 3 new school buildings, and we've got a lot of posts and things like that for that project. So we're gonna unload real quick and then get out of here, head on up to Hagen, which I haven't taken you guys, I don't think, on a 40-minute flight. So let's get unloaded. All right, well, this is looking directly at our departure. Yeah, we've got a lot of clouds. It's hard to tell exactly what those clouds are looking like, but there's clouds that are halfway between, and then there's also clouds that are on the next mountain ridge over, and then around this corner, there's like a low route that we can get out. So we're just now finishing up. More than likely what we'll do, we're empty getting out of here with barely any seats. We're just gonna climb at our best angle of attack, our VX climb out of here and clear those clouds and then be on our way up to Hagen. I thought I'd show you guys real quick the site for their school right here. Morning. Morning. So they have 3 different ones. One here, one lower down there, and then another one down there. And that's what that's what all those posts are that we just took out of the plane. I'm just gonna quickly look down here, try to see if I can see around the corner right down here so we can kind of see out. We knew that it was perfect going out towards the lower terrain out there, but I'm just making sure that I can get out of here. Brad's flying today, so just get out of here and be able to turn our way out of there and still do it safely. We've got a 40-minute flight, like I was saying, up to Mount Hagen, and the clouds they're clearing out. Once we get up to the top, Brad and I will quickly just talk about reassessing the clouds, what we're seeing here and getting out, because it's a blind corner going out, but when we did come in 30 minutes ago, it was completely fine, and it is progressively getting better as we go on. Right, so it looks like we're even seeing even more now across the way. When we came in, there was clouds on this very first ridge right there. Yep. And we're starting to see even more peeking through out that way as well. Like a higher up looking like clouds. So if I were to come, I would just be climbing for my 73. I wouldn't make a sharp right turn, but I would just be tracking slowly to the right to give myself, if for some reason that didn't work, 95% chance it's gonna be like just fine. But in case it wasn't, I'd be just tracking to my right, just giving myself a little space so I could just quickly do a 180 real quick and then just start spiraling as tight as I could. But I mean, it's even this ridge right here off to our left. Remember just 10 minutes ago it had clouds you couldn't even see down, and now we're seeing like a light high blue overcast way out there.
Yeah, we're seeing the clouds on the next ridge over.
Yeah.
Looks a lot better.
We'll do your call to Moresby.
Moresby 6538, November Tango Kilo Taxi.
November Tango Kilo, what we got?
November Tango Kilo Taxi, Yifki, Mount Hagen, 2 POB.
November Tango Kilo.
Anything about airspeed alive by that shack right there? Abort point. If we don't have airspeed alive, we'll abort. Full reverse, max braking. Flaps up. If we're going off the edge, cut off, pull off, turn off, D-twin master. Power loss after takeoff, we'll aim for lower in terrain, pitching for 85. We'll consider EPL, consider feather. Otherwise, cut off, pull off, turn off. E2, flaps are 85 and 80. We'll crack our doors and get our master off before touchdown.
All station Yifki 1285, November Tango Kilo will be departing Yifki for Mount Hagen. Will be on climb 1000. All stations Yifki.
Alright, 25, 3000. 1440 for 1490, rotating 54. Ignition in the prop condition. Flaps verified. Fuel and harnesses of 1440 for 1490.
All right.
1440 for 1490, rotating 54. Runway looks clear. Okay, power set. Engine instruments are in the green. Maintaining center line. I've got my elbow locked. Airspeed's alive. We'll continue. And there's 54. Okay, looks like we've got a nice hole to the left. I'm going to go ahead and turn that direction instead of to the right.
Oh yeah, it looks really open already.
A clear out right here. We could have better climb performance. I'll nose it up a little bit, but we'll keep it in 80 since we've got space here.
Okay.
80 plus.
It's opened up quite a bit even since we did our approach coming in, especially right over top of where we are right now.
We're going to be tracking out down the low route back, at least to start with here. I'm going to track outbound this direction until I can see what it looks like over here as we're climbing up.
I think that's good. That's what I would do too. Because we know that this usually opens up right over here. In this area, it usually opens up a lot more. So if we were to have to do anything, that would be my first option of let's get out there and how it's looking. This is the valley right here. You can see right here off to the, it's fairly big.
Tell if I want my sunglasses or not.
I know, right? It's kind of like the, we need the yellow sunglasses to be able to see the definition in the clouds.
Yeah, because there's clouds out in front. I can't even hardly see them.
I know. Well, I think they're on the other side of the ridge.
Are they?
Yeah. But I can't really tell if there's this cloud layer right here, but it does look better out that way, and now we're seeing ridges in this right here. If we look at our chart, we're seeing that is the valley right there. So how does it look down there?
Oh, I think we can turn that direction.
Yeah, that definitely looks pretty good. How was that takeoff? Did you feel like that was, you're starting to get a little more comfortable? Like it felt like it? Like it felt like
I was able to
as far as like even
through.
like, yeah, you were able to talk, which shows me that your situational awareness is up, and when that goes up, it just means that you're feeling more comfortable because you're more aware. It also felt like your pitch angle was like a lot better. Like that wasn't, you didn't feel like you were searching for it. It felt nice and solid all the way down. So I thought that was really good as well.
Great.
The only thing that I would mention is like the second we took off, like we didn't pitch for our 73. It was like you took off, but then you started looking, and then you just kept it around like 85 the whole time. I mean, granted, the weather was fine, but if it wasn't, now you're losing valuable time that you could be going pitch to your 12 degrees, but then you don't have to look at it anymore. Then you could just be looking outside because you know that your 12 degrees is going to get you really close to that 73. Kind of like the go-around procedure, you know?
I think I just reverted back to what I'm used to, which would have been lower 80s or so as my pitch.
Yeah.
So I was closer to 10 degrees instead of that 12 degrees, which made a big difference. So I'd have climbed out a lot faster than the 73. Airspeed 6538, November Tango Kilo departure. November Tango Kilo departed Yifki, time 19er, climbing 9,000, on track 110, estimating Hagen, time 45.
We're going to amended 1-1000, I thought.
And if we're amended 1-1000.
November Tango Kilo. 1-1000, Anakin is 1008, confirm estimate Hagen, 0045.
Negative, correction, estimate Hagen, time 07.
November Tango Kilo, copied.
I'm going to mute you just so I can talk. Might be a distraction. We're just now leveling off at 11,000. Brad's going to be bringing our torque on back to 1250, and then our prop is going to be brought on back down to 2,000 RPM, and that's where we're going to cruise on back at 11,000. Usually 9,000 works actually a little bit better because by now, later on in the morning is when all the clouds built up. That's why we filed for 9, but it actually works out a little better this morning just to head back at 11. because we have a nice high overcast, which is keeping all these clouds that you see in front of us down low. We're heading back to Hagen to get fuel because we had such a big loading coming out of Goroka. We don't have enough fuel to make it all the way back to Goroka. And he hasn't been to Hagen yet, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to take him there, as well as you guys. So if you're a flight simmer and you'd like to try the same flight out of Yifki to Hagen, check the link out down below to my Patreon page. I'll leave some details that you guys can fly, and we actually have Yifki that you can add to your game as well. So if you're a flight simmer, you want to see more of that kind of stuff, or if you want to see more on-the-ground content like about the school that we were talking about, I also leave more on-the-ground videos on that page as well.
Alright, we've got an 18 knot headwind.
Okay.
So whatever we gained on the way there, we're going to lose on the way back.
Alright.
Okay, there's runway 0826 and 1230.
We're coming in Hagen 02, okay. Okay, so we're going to be coming in actually kind of like this direction in here. So we'll be landing on 12 straight in, or a left downwind for 30.
Okay. Usually use the big runway.
I've never landed on the other one. Yep. It's very, very long. They just redid it last year, or the year before, one of the two. We do have ATIS if it works. I don't know. Does it work?
It doesn't seem like it is.
I don't think I've ever had it work, so they'll let us know.
Okay.
We can go ahead and at least get tower in as the secondary. And this is our gap that we're heading to. No, it's not. We've got one more gap after this, because we still have Wapanamunda to go past, and then the Tamba Gap.
I'm guessing down there is the Tamba Gap, is that right?
Well, I'd just go off of what your GPS says, for starters. So I would just head for that, just because you're not familiar with the gap and you're not sure what it looks like. I would just only go off of this.
Okay.
And then once you get there, then you can start looking for something about it that you can remember.
The airport elevation, runway elevation is like 53 something, so I bet
Okay,
our
6,400, sweet.
It's 6,400.
Well, there's not a lot of identifying points that we can use for this gap as like a reminder kind of thing. Other than there's a huge, huge mountain right there,
Yeah.
and it's just to the right of the tallest point. Yeah, there's really not like really great landmarks that we can pick out when the weather gets crappy, but if the weather's crappy, Fire Gap's gonna be 10 times better than this.
Okay.
And 2 knots of wind, and we must just be getting what's getting kicked over top of this mountain over here, because the winds are coming this way, and we're just in like the swirling section. So the closer we get, it might actually die off a little bit.
Fire Gap's a nice rounded gap. Looks like it's fairly big.
From this perspective, it looks like there's quite a bit of clouds that are lower than us up there. They're all touching on all those ridges up there. So we'll see how it looks once we get up here. I think we'll be able to find our way through, because it'll probably just be broken, but...
Hagen Tower, November Tango Kilo. Tamba Gap, this time estimating circuit time is 01. Copy Alpha Tango Delta, November Tango Kilo.
500.
November Tango Kilo, Hagen Tower. Runway 12, flight and variable, QNH 1020. Make a straight in approach, call again finals.
1020, call again straight in final, runway 12, November Tango Kilo.
Alpha Tango Delta, change of runway 12, traffic November Tango Kilo, taking 4 straight in. Call again, Echo Foxtrot.
Alpha Tango Delta, copy.
Because he's coming just like a minute behind us, let's keep our speed in all the way until we get like full mile final, then when we feel like we really need to start slowing down, just so that we're not screwing him over and having him to slow down himself.
Okay.
Do you see the runway environment?
I think so. I think it's right over here.
Yeah, okay.
We'll kind of expedite, head over towards where we would be turning base, and then just do a straight in from there.
That sounds good.
I'll get my TOS off at this point. Prop. Get harnesses forward. The locked, that is. Okay, and descending down to 6,400. Actually, we'll go down to 5,900 since we're going straight in.
Okay, sounds great.
Did I get the QNH set in correctly?
No, I was looking at that too. I
feel like we're way low.
I feel like we're way low.
Thought you said 1020.
Yeah, that's good. Tower November Tango Kilo, request again QNH, please.
November Tango Kilo, QNH 1020.
Thank you.
Oh, that's correct. Maybe it's just like slowly going down. Maybe we're just like the rising terrain and it's very slowly going down. Because it does look like that's a lower than where we are right here, but yeah.
Okay, so the runway's over on the left and there's taxiways over on the right.
Alpha Tango Delta, Echo Foxtrot, passing 9,700 visual. Will be for a mid-left down in runway 12.
Alpha Tango Delta, runway 12, checking it left downwind.
Alpha Tango Delta.
Hagen Tower November Tango Kilo, 3 mile final, runway 12.
November Tango Kilo, runway 12, clear to land.
12 clear to land, November Tango Kilo. Coast is complete, landing 62 knots.
It must be the train just slowly goes down.
Hey, there's 500 feet per minute.
Okay, and we're gonna go over where those guys are. That's where MAF is. And actually they're parking over here now. Let's just park right next to this caravan right here, just like he is.
Okay.
Because the fuel truck is right there, so we can just walk over and talk to him. Guys, well, this is been a while since I've been here. It looks like they've done a lot of work. Last time they were still redoing this whole ramp right here. So thanks guys for joining along. I hope you guys did enjoy the trip out of Yifki. And if you guys are interested in picking up one of these boxes right here, a takeoff and landing checklist box, check out my website. I've got them backlit as well as this for turbine, as well as piston, as well as 172s, 152s, different things like that. So thanks, and see you guys next time.